go to the UNICEF Ghana page.
Okay.
It should be there.
So
then you can copy the.
There's
talk. They can also talk, but move joining live
Yeah,
stream, but they can't talk.
Yeah, it's my live streaming answer.
what's the name? Please let's clap for him.
I say it too. Yeah, I get your feed. But I see your settings. You off them. Okay, yeah, you come.
Even with your own link, it's not.
Please let's clap for him. We went from 2 young people. Now we want one young person at heart. So at my front row, I want one person to volunteer, or else I will pick somebody. So you're smiling at me. Please let's clap for him.
You said I should smile if I didn't want to. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jake. I work with USAID Ghana and our education office. So I'd say I'm looking forward to learning more about this activity, the extent to which it's youth-led, because I know from research, from best practice, that youth development, youth empowerment initiatives are often most successful when youth themselves are part of the design, part of the implementation of that work. So looking forward to learning more about YOMA today. Thank you.
Please let's clap for him. Let's clap for him. That's the last person. We are officially beginning. So welcome once again to this super exciting program. This is for young people. Can I hear your voices? Great. This, as I said earlier,
that was how I can't use you about the card. I thought it was the card. Okay,
welcome once again. My name is Prince Kusiboni, and I am a YOMA champion. Please clap for me. Thank you. We are gathered here to see a platform, learn about a platform that connects young people to opportunities and educates them. I'm particularly excited about this platform because there's a lot of web-based platform that gives young people access to education. There's UNICEF Agora, where I have taken several courses there. But then when I looked up for YOMA, I found out that I was able to learn and I was able to get job opportunities on that platform. So it's like, it's preparing you for the work and giving you the work. Isn't that amazing? Please let's clap for the organizers of YOMA. We are thrilled to have in our midst dignitaries from UNICEF, the Dutch Embassy, the Swiss Embassy, USAID, colleagues from the District Coordinating Council in Bibiani. We have young people in our midst. We have Curious Minds. We have TVET and some other important whom I'll be introducing whilst we go on with today's program. Without wasting much time, I will invite the UNICEF Ghana Deputy Representative, Mr. Fiakra Makasi, to give us the opening remarks. Please let's clap for him.
I don't think that's the. You have to share the link itself.
Thank you very much, MC. I'm surprised to be the first to go, but happy to do so on behalf of UNICEF, of course. And I want to say, first of all, to everybody here, Happy New Year. It's really wonderful to start the year here at the Ghana Library Authority. It's wonderful to see you again, Hayfoot, and to really bask in what you have been able to achieve over the past years in expanding GHLA network and bringing readers into the house. So Mr. Hazel Shaw, CEO of the Ghana Library Authority, Ms. Magdalena Must, Acting Head of Cooperation for the Embassy of Switzerland in Ghana. Also other representatives from the Embassy and from SECO, government representatives, development partners, distinguished guests, young leaders, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's an honor to be here to welcome you to the launch of YOMA in Ghana, which is a significant step forward in our shared mission to empower young people, unleash their potential, and co-create a brighter, more inclusive and sustainable future. Ghana boasts a vibrant and youthful population, yet, as we know, many young people face significant challenges. Youth unemployment remains high, while underemployment and child labor persists, particularly in vulnerable communities. Access to quality education and digital skills, especially for young women, is uneven, hindering their economic and social progress. YOMA addresses these challenges by providing young people with individualized learning and career pathways. This innovative platform connects them with transformative opportunities, equipping them with the skills, tools, and networks needed to succeed in the 21st century. In Ghana, YOMA will build upon the strong foundation of existing partnerships across UNICEF, Generation Unlimited, GIZ, and the Swiss Platform for Sustainable Cocoa. It leverages the expertise of employers, learning institutions, and volunteer organizations to offer young people a diverse range of options. The initiative is a key component also of the multi-sectoral and multi-stakeholder public-private partnership against child labor, which was launched in March 2024. Funded by Swissco and SECO, with the support from UNICEF and ICI and other private sector partners, this partnership aims to address the root causes of child labor while improving access to quality education, healthcare, and youth-friendly services in cocoa-growing communities. YOMA is an open-source platform that puts young people at the center. It emphasizes youth agency, enabling them to align opportunities with their aspirations. YOMA complements existing youth-focused initiatives like the Youth Advocacy Guide, YouReport, Upshift, and empowers young people to drive innovation, advocate for change, and address community challenges. Today's launch marks the culmination of hard work and positive collaboration between partners. We really wish to express our sincere gratitude to our esteemed donors, the partners whose support has made this possible. And we invite all stakeholders, government, development partners, private sector, and civil society to join us in scaling YOMA and increasing investments in youth empowerment across Ghana. While YOMA is a crucial step, we must continue to strengthen our efforts to address youth unemployment and underemployment comprehensively. This requires increased partnerships, greater investment in youth-focused programs, and collective action to ensure that every young person, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to thrive. Looking across this week, we will engage with youth champions and private sector partners to finalize the implementation roadmap for YOMA in Ghana, ensuring a tailored approach that meets the specific needs and priorities of young people and communities across the country, including those most affected by child labor. To the young people here today, let me say that this platform is yours. Please embrace it. Use it to explore your passions and to move towards a brighter future for yourselves and your communities. And together, let's break down the barriers that hold young people back. Let's protect their rights and empower them to reach their full potential. And let's build a better future for Ghana's youth, one scale at a time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fiakra Makasi. And indeed, we are going to explore this platform. We are going to use it to our benefit because it's not just a platform, it's a movement that is designed to help young people thrive in the modern world. Thank you very much, sir. We will invite the acting head of cooperation at the Swiss Embassy, Madame Magdalena Must. Please let's clap for her.
Deputy Representative from UNICEF Ghana, Mr. Fiakra Mekase, representative of Ghana Library Authority, Mr. Hayford CR, UN and development partners, private sector partners, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen, and dear youth, a very good morning. On behalf of the Swiss Embassy, I extend a warm welcome to all of you to this event to launch of the Youth Agency Marketplace, YOMA. It's common knowledge that Ghana's youthful population indeed holds significant potential for driving sustainable development. But there are several challenges that need to be addressed to fully harness this opportunity. Child labor, poverty, limited access to essential services, and inadequate employment opportunities are all critical factors that undermine the ability of young people to break the cycle of poverty and realize their full potential. Ladies and gentlemen, for all these reasons, I believe this YOMA initiative will equip the youth with relevant skills while also offering a mechanism to validate their progress in a credible manner, while directly contributing to Ghana's national youth policy by creating a structured and measurable path to youth development. Switzerland has long been a proponent for advancing youth development through education, innovation, and skills building as a key pillars of global cooperation. This youth development initiative resonates strongly with Switzerland's focus on equipping young people with the necessary tools to thrive in a rapidly changing world, where digital literacy, innovation, and practical skills are critical. The Swiss Platform for Sustainable Cocoa, Swissco, involving the Swiss government and representatives of the private sector, NGO, and research, seeks to strengthen public-private partnerships and foster cross-sectoral collaborations to address relevant sustainability issues in key cocoa sourcing areas, such as deforestation, child labor, and living income. Since 2024, Swissco SECO have joined forces with UNICEF Ghana and the International Cocoa Initiative, ICI, to launch the multi-stakeholder and multi-sectorial public-private partnership initiative against child labor in Ghana. This pioneering partnership is focused on tackling the root causes of child labor through investments in key social sectors such as child protection, education, and social protection. Among its priorities, youth empowerment and employment stands out as a key area of focus, making it a perfect complement to the launch of YOMA in Ghana. Today's event goes beyond simply introducing YOMA. It's about initiating important discussions and highlighting the critical need to invest in our youth to drive Ghana's development forward. Looking ahead, we expect these efforts to take root in regions affected by child labor, ensuring that youth in these areas are given the opportunities they need to thrive. We extend our congratulations to the government of Ghana and express our gratitude to UNICEF for bringing together all stakeholders today and to help shape a brighter future for Ghanaian youth. Thank you. Medase.
Thank you very much, Madam Magdalena Wast. On behalf of the young people, we also say Yadase. Thank you. All right, so looking at how beautiful and handsome we all look this morning, I would like us to take a quick group photo and then we continue shortly. So kindly come here, the beautiful backdrop, and let's take a group photo. And the photographers, please kindly coordinate this for us. Thank you.
No. Maybe why? I for do something right now. anya mo. Pressure mo de mama wa no.
And a person.
Mo we no man yet.
So please can
Yeah,
because of
Then
the
I'll
number
just
and also the distance,
joining.
we will take dignitaries
Okay.
first. So
no say
those
mo we no you
members
don't log into
kindly come
other people's
and you'll be
machine.
joined by some young people.
We can log in, why not?
Come on log in. Team I so beside me how many people are watching.
The person is watching.
I can't tell. Come on, I can tell. I will give you different card. Check say they shoot 4K. It shouldn't be 4K, it should be.
Ben can tell.
Yeah.
I don't Ben creating.
Come here. Is it? No, take calm down. The HD. Uh-huh.
Bismarck, who should to win? Seriously?
What's it?
Who should to win now?
See your pictures.
Video now, I'm more fun too. No, because I'm a video now, yes, I mean, to be honest.
Alright, so please let's be seated. The next link, please kindly come.
I'm coming. Yeah. Yeah. I don't what here. What here? What laptop? But let's see.
Moses, your settings they show. Yo, so your settings they show.
He knows.
This marker band.
Alright, thank you. Please let us see.
He knows.
Okay.
Okay, so the reason why we came here, we will be having a short presentation on YOMA, and it will be done by the YOMA Global Team.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it was really very close to my real family name, which is Scheiben Reif, but it's very hard to pronounce. I tried to make it as entertaining as possible. Let's see if that worked. Okay, what do we agree on? I give you that one and you do a slide? Okay, super, thank you. So on behalf of the YOMA team, the global YOMA team, we really want to thank you for inviting us to Ghana. It's a pleasure being here, and we're honored to be able to work together with you on the YOMA launch. So the situation in Ghana, as we already heard, is at times dire. So we have 52% of girls, adolescent girls, that do not complete high school. We have less of 2% of youth enrolled in vocational education programs. 1 in 5 girls is married before turning 18. We have up to 50% youth employment, up to 3 in 10 are in child labor, and 85% of youth work in the informal sector. So we do have a challenging situation. Next slide, please. Yeah. And what we as UNICEF, and especially the Generation Unlimited Partnership, are trying to do is we try to mobilize different partners, also including in the private sector, to tackle these challenges by connecting schools and learners to the internet, by scaling up online and remote learning, by working on entrepreneurship, because what we can see is that the normal job market is not able to absorb a lot of young people, and by supporting young people as change makers. So this is the overall ambition of Generation Unlimited and UNICEF. And what we now look at is YOMA. And YOMA is a solution of Generation Unlimited. And YOMA, and I'll basically talk for a while about YOMA, but what is YOMA? It's a collaborative partnership ecosystem where youth learn, impact, and earn, enabled by technology. So that's an important part. We use technology in order to support all of that. Next one, please. And how did YOMA start? It started with a human-centered design process across, I think, 10 or 15 African countries, where we sat down with young people and we said, what are your biggest challenges? Why do you feel you can't thrive? What is holding you back? And what they told us is, even if there are opportunities, this support system of opportunities is fragmented. It's really difficult to know where to find opportunities, how to navigate them, and how to make sure you can access them. And that actually reminded me of me being a young person. It was hard for me as well to see what's out there, but that was actually before the internet was invented. So I'm only young at heart. But now we have the internet, so we have an opportunity to connect you with opportunities if you're able to navigate them. But young people said we cannot navigate them because it's too fragmented. And they also said there are not enough opportunities. And I think that's a really tough one, because they say, I've got talent, but no one is interested in my talent. So what can I do to be connected to opportunities? And this is why we designed YOMA, and also specifically in Ghana, we were asking young people, what are your needs here? With our Eureport platform, that's another tool of UNICEF where we can exchange with text messages with young people. And we said, how can we help you in Ghana? What do you need? And you can see the percentages here. So we have 28%, sorry, just hand this over. 28% of young people say we need more digital skills, and we need career personnel development, green skills. We need to understand how entrepreneurship works. So they are basically giving us a mandate. They are asking us and say, please, YOMA, UNICEF, help us, and partners, of course, help us with these skill sets. Next slide. So this is now a video about YOMA.
Welcome to YOMA, a platform dedicated to empowering youth across the globe. YOMA has a mission to help young people grow, thrive, and even make positive impacts in their communities.
With YOMA, you'll be able to access various opportunities such as e-learning courses, impact tasks that contributes to your community and environment at large.
Contribute to your community with impact task and get a digital reward incentive called Zlato in return for amazing store items such as airtime, grocery vouchers, and much more.
Your digital passport. Want to know what is in it for you?
You can build out your digital profile, also known as your Year ID, by listing all your achievements and accomplishments, which can be verified and stored on YOMA using blockchain technology.
YOMA is fueled by amazing partners like GameZoo, GIZ, Goodwall, DIDX, Foundation Botna, Labs, UNICEF, and Oyuzi.
YOMA is more than just a platform. It's an ecosystem, a network of networks.
So, and of course, as we're launching YOMA in Ghana, we will happily add Swissco and the Swiss government to that list of partners here. So there were a couple of terms used here that I would like to explain. The first one is the UID. So the idea is you set up a digital profile at YOMA, and then, it's really hard to read here, and then you're being connected with opportunities. And every time you do learning with a different learning provider, you're earning a digital certificate that's being added to your profile. So this allows you, with every course that you have done, to grow your digital CV, because what we've seen is very often young people achieve something or learn something, but it's hard for them to prove what they have done. And with YOMA, we really want to issue those credentials together with partners. And another term that was used was SLATO, which is a token. So this is a way of YOMA also incentivizing young people to do learnings. Because very often, let's say, data is expensive and you have difficulties doing online learnings because you would need to do a course with videos, for example, and it's hard to afford. And we as YOMA team reward you with tokens that you can use for airtime. So we're basically covering your costs. Another thing that was mentioned was impact tasks. So this idea that it's not just about learning, it's about going out and achieving something. And one thing we believe in is the concept of citizen science. That basically everyone can be a scientist. So you don't need to go to university. As long as somebody teaches you how to collect data, you're able to contribute. And we'll show you a couple of projects that we're doing with young people as citizen science. And every time you do something like community cleanup, for example, you would again earn a digital credential that's coming on your YOMA profile and potentially also earn SLATO tokens, because we appreciate that not everyone has the time or the capacity to volunteer. If you have troubles putting food on the table, you don't want to volunteer for a project. You want to eat first and then potentially volunteer. And we want to at least cover the opportunity costs for somebody who's joining a cleanup session with YOMA. Next slide, please. We have another walkthrough through YOMA with this very kind voice. Now we can't hear her. So we let sound. I hope that doesn't mean the laptop is restarting. So apparently the sound of this video isn't working. Can we play it anyway, please? Thank you. So as you can see, but not here, she's really excited. So this is how YOMA looks like on your smartphone. So you have these different opportunities on impact or thrive and learn. You can also connect with WhatsApp, for example. And what you can do is look at opportunities in your area. So you can filter them by saying, I want to do something in agriculture. I want to invest maybe an hour. I want to see how many SLATOs are available for this learning course. And then you can pick one of the courses that you want to do to upskill yourself. So it could be women in STEM, sustainability and green skills. And here you can see how I also get incentivized with the Slato tokens in order to make sure that you can afford airtime, for example. So this is a project we have running in South Africa on electricity and health learnings. And everything you do is basically connected back to your profile there and to your digital passport. So the idea is that in other countries, like in Nigeria, we will be collaborating with a job platform called Jobaman, and you will be able to integrate your digital CV from YOMA directly with Jobaman. And you will be able to show what you have done together with UNICEF and other partners in order to upskill yourself and find job opportunities. A really important aspect of YOMA is the green economy, and there's a lot of numbers here, but the gist of it is we've seen that the share of job postings requiring at least one green skill is growing rapidly. And across Africa, there's 1.5 to 3 million new direct green jobs forecasted. A lot of them will be in the utilities, energy and power sector, in the agriculture, and also in green finance. And there's a huge growth in demand in green skills, which doesn't match the supply we have. So it's a bit of a mismatch between what formal education is providing and the private sector is looking for. And that feeds also back to YOMA, and I want to show you one of our green pathways to basically exemplary, now that's a hard word for me, to show you how YOMA is set up. So we have these 3 dimensions: the grow dimension, impact and thrive. Grow means that you as a young person can learn something which will upskill you. And then we have the impact dimension, and that means what are you doing for the environment and, well, society. And then we have the thrive dimension, which is about how are you improving your livelihood opportunities and being able to find a job. So this young person, I call her Chikondi. She's creating a profile at YOMA. She's signing up, like you've seen earlier, filling in her data, and now she's looking at the opportunities and says, what can I do now? And the first opportunity that we provide to her is that we invite her to join a challenge with one of our partners, and the challenge is plant a tree and send us a video, or come up with a business idea for the green economy, or we did something on Corona, come up with a business idea during Corona times. And she's then exchanging with her peers on our platform. She's seeing what others are doing. She can upload the video, and there will be a competition, and she will potentially win, I don't know, $50, for example, if she has a nice idea. But in any case, what she will do is she will, once achieved, she will come back to the YOMA platform, and she will earn her first digital credential. That's like a certificate. So she was part of this, and now she can show on the YOMA platform, which is blue here, that she earned her first certificate. And now she's thinking, what do I do next? And we say, how about you become a citizen scientist? And you use an app on your smartphone and take pictures of crop, of maize, for example, and you take the measures, because one of our partners, the European Space Agency, needs this data in order to see if the satellite data is true. So she's actually getting upskilled on how to use this app as a citizen scientist, and she's also doing an impact job that will get her, next, once achieved, another digital credential at the YOMA platform, and also some Slato token that she can use in the supermarket to buy food. She can buy electricity, airtime, and basically use it as a way for us to incentivize her being part of this, and also to be able to, for her to improve her livelihood opportunities. The next thing we do is we give a learning nugget on climate change, for example. This is with one of our partners, the German government, the Tinke platform, and she's learning more about reforestation. Next one. Once she achieved that, she's earning another credential at her digital CV at YOMA. So you can see she already has a couple of credentials there that she's able to prove to an employer that she has achieved. She's getting upskilled, and again, she's earning some token. The next one would be, that's a project we did in Malawi. She's planting trees together with a youth-led NGO in order to support reforestation and carbon sequestration. And also again, once achieved, earning a digital credential and some Slato tokens for her getting involved in doing the work there. The next one would be, in Malawi we have a project that we also hope to bring to West Africa. She's attending the African Drone and Data Academy and is learning how to build her drones, to build drones, fly drones, to deliver medicine by drones, and also to take aerial images of this newly planted forest that's over here to do carbon sequestration. So she again earns another credential. So you can see her pathway is growing, and the next one then, and we have those people who went through this pathway, and now they're working with the Gold Standard Foundation to see how much carbon is being sequestered by this reforestation exercise. You can see it's a whole growth and learning opportunity pathway that's basically exemplary, here's the word again, for green action. Every time she achieves something, her digital CV is growing, she's achieving impact, she's growing as a person, and she's also improving her livelihood opportunities. Next one, please. So what are concrete other examples of what we do? In Nigeria, we did a project with Donate Water. That means young people are using an app to take pictures of water pumps that aren't working. So they take a picture with this app, that also has the geolocation, they send it to UNICEF, and we now know in what areas water pump needs to get fixed, and the young people doing that are also earning some SLAT tokens. So they're really keen on doing that because on one hand they're getting upskilled, on the other hand they're providing data points for UNICEF while also getting some livelihood opportunities. Another project we do in South Africa is young people testing water quality of rivers. So they're having very simple water assessment sets. They go into the river, they test it, and they submit the data to our partner of UNICEF, and we now know, we can tell the government, water here is clean, water here over here isn't. And if the water isn't clean over there, it's most likely linked potentially to mining or to a factory not using water purification methods. And every time they do that, they learn something, and they also get SLATO tokens again because they are contributing. And the government is keen on getting this data, and the government is even saying, well, this young person might not have a school education, but as she was trained as part of this UNICEF program, if she's doing the full pathway, she will actually get a matrice, which is like, I don't know if you use the same term here, it's the end of formal education in South Africa for secondary school, high school. We're doing something similar in Lesotho, where it's about wetlands and reforestation. And the impact we achieve is we map water sources, we map leaking water pipes, sewer leaks. Our YOMA youth are mapping dump sites, they recycle trash, and they simply have an impact as well. Apart from growing and thriving, they also have an impact. Other projects are on working on circular economy or on reforestation, as I mentioned earlier. Next slide, please. So another project we did in the vicinity here is youth supporting birth registration in Nigeria. I dearly hope, because this is a beautiful video, I dearly hope the sound is working. I get a thumbs up. Let's roll.
The birth registration campaign started with an SMS that we sent out to young people, youth reporters, and we sent out this SMS to them calling them to volunteer in the birth registration exercise. About 48 hours later, we received over 11,000 interests from young people. This simply tells us how much interest young people have in terms of being part of community impact activities.
During my time in the birth registration, I have been involved in various activities such as raising awareness about the importance of birth registration assisting families with the registration processes, and collaborating with the local authorities to streamline registration procedure. My name is Fatima Siraj. I am a EU reporter and also a YOMA user.
Na gode Allah masu takardar haihuwar nan da suka zo ban samu damar in wa yaran nan takardar haihuwa ba sai gashi Allah ya kawo su har gida har daki sun zo su mutu gaskiya na gode na ji daɗi kuma na yi farin ciki.
Alhamdulillah kwanakin bayan an zo an mana rijistar haihuwa ta yara na guda 3 yanzu kuma gashi an kawo mana ita mun karba mun gode Allah ya saka.
The birth registration campaign was an opportunity for me to showcase my leadership skills, where I was able to coordinate over 3,000 volunteers and identify various teamlets.
I'm happy with this collaborative campaign between UNICEF and National Population Commission in its effort to recruit young Nigerians to support e-birth registration in Nigeria.
Working in the birth registration campaign has been an incredibly rewarding experience because I have been contributing to a cause that I strongly believe in. Every child has a right to a legal identity and access to essential service.
I'm always touched seeing this video. I guess it's the beautiful music and the content, because what you saw here is young people like yourself basically supporting the government. The government says we have so many unregistered children, we don't know how to do that. We need a lot of support. And then through YOMA, young people get connected to this opportunity. I think we had I think there was close to 100,000 young people who actually wanted to support birth registration. And in the end, they registered 3 million young people in Nigeria. They got incentivized with the token system. They earned a certificate because they got upskilled, and they had a huge impact. And what we want to do now here in Ghana is, after this soft launch, basically start reaching out to you, to young people, to NGOs, to see how you can become a YOMA partner. Working in the 4 districts, working on cacao, making sure that there's social protection happening. And the idea is that you as a young person will be involved. So it's not only that you can potentially be a YOMA youth doing these services, but you can also co-design projects that you want to do together with UNICEF. And not only this, because the question was asked, how is youth being involved? We also have a youth council at global level that's also going to support you when it comes to defining the work you want to do. So this is the upcoming task of UNICEF, of the YOMA team, in the upcoming weeks, to make sure that you are getting heard and we are able to co-design something together. If you want to become an opportunity provider because you're heading an NGO or you're working with an organization that's being interested, I want to quickly show you how that's being done. Tanya? So in order to become an opportunity provider, there's a couple of questions like, do you require verification of what you're getting the young people involved in? Do you want to award SLATO tokens to support the incentivization scheme? Do you require comms material? And a couple of other things. So this is a list of questions you will need to answer. Next step, please. Then once you registered YOMA, well, you will go to YOMA World and basically register as an organization that's providing opportunities. And the third step is you can upload your opportunity, which you can see here. You add an opportunity, you give instructions about what should be done by the young person, like it could be a cleanup, or it could be, different ideas you have. And then there's also customer support and other things happening by the YOMA team. And then you can upload this opportunity on a screen like that. I just wanted to show you how easy it is. It's not rocket science to become a YOMA partner and to work on these opportunities. I think we're almost done with the presentation. our last slide, please, is YOMA in numbers. So as of January 2025, we have over 200 learning courses from different providers, and this is growing. We had over 50 learning challenges, some 53,000 opportunities completed, close to 500,000 registered users, and over 5 million youth engagements. Our partnerships with Fondation Botna in Switzerland, now Swissco, the Austrian Development Agency, others, Accenture, really helps us to provide these opportunities to young people. In some countries, we're also working with telco providers to zero rate the use of YOMA. And we really want to continue building our youth engagement teams that are working with young people in order to make it easier for them to use YOMA. Beyond Ghana, we're working very closely with partners in Nigeria, South Africa, and Kenya. And then we have a couple of countries where we're at the intermediary stage, like Benin is here, Ivory Coast, and more countries that we're currently discovering. So this is my first intro into YOMA. I think YOMA at first, when you encounter it, is like, what does it mean? And it's confusing, and what are they talking about? But in the end, it's all about if you want to do something and you want to have a learning opportunities and you want to have an impact opportunities, how do we as UNICEF ensure you can actually get it? This is, at the end, all you need to remember, and we will continue that conversation. And now I want to thank you and hand over the mic to... No one is volunteering? So who's continuing now? Oh yeah, the MC, of course.
Please, let's clap for him. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Doc. This platform is amazing. I can't stop saying it. It's amazing.
Imagine a platform that connects young people to opportunities, helping them turn their dreams into reality. With a high rate of unemployment and underemployment among young people across the globe, there was the need for platforms that could connect young people with opportunities to learn new skills, gain practical experience, and connect with potential employers. YOMA is made by young people and for young people. It helps them learn new skills and find job opportunities. Think of YOMA as a vast and ever-expanding ecosystem which facilitates learning, upskilling, and forms meaningful networks. By promoting teamwork and mentorship, YOMA helps young people connect education with work, empowering them to build their futures. Young people can access learning resources, complete exciting challenges, and connect with partners, offering opportunities for growth both online and offline. It's not just about individual success. YOMA fosters community-driven innovation, creating solutions that benefit society while preparing the next generation of leaders. Be part of YOMA in Ghana by signing up at yoma.world. Together, let's create opportunities that transform lives.
Please, let's give it up for the team.
Welcome to YOMA, a platform dedicated to empowering youth across the globe.
All right, thank you. It's amazing, again, because for young people to grow, to impact in their community, and to thrive, this is a 3-in-1 package. Killing 3 birds with 1 stone. That is what you get with YOMA. Please, let's clap for the team once again. Now to the exciting part. Not to say, Doc, your part wasn't exciting. But to the part where we get to find out about a magic link. Please help me welcome Kanya Bash to take us through YOMA registration and technical explanation on using magic links through YOMA. Please, let's give it up for her.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Prince. You are just killing this MC role. As Prince mentioned, my name is Kanya Basha. I'm a part of the YOMA global team, and it is such a pleasure to be here. And we just are so grateful to the Ghana Country Office for the hospitality and just the warmness and this enthusiasm that they have showed in actually embracing YOMA as a solution. So before I started, I know that this was a lot, and thank you so much to my boss and colleague and my friend, Michael Scheibenreich, for your beautiful presentation. But I just wanted to see if anyone had any questions, wanted clarifications before I move on, not to compound any confusion with more technical explanation. So I'll just wait a few seconds. Please raise your hand if you have any questions, or I'll just move on. Three, two, one. Okay. Well, you did a good job, Michael, then. So what I wanted is, here we are. We have this QR code, and we are trying to make this as simple as possible. So anyone who would actually like to come and physically join YOMA, we would welcome you. So you would come here and you would scan this QR code. I was told, unfortunately, that the Wi-Fi in this area in the library is not working today. So it would just require like a minimal amount of data, because we actually, in the video that Michael showed, the V3 version of YOMA is relatively mobile data light. So, okay, I will show you, and anyone, please feel free to come up. You just take your mobile phone, open your camera. Let's see. Come to the link. Let me see if it works. Okay, let's do this. I need to clean my camera. I'll use my. Here we are. So you just scan your QR code, and it will take you to the link which you will press. And then you'll be prompted to actually sign up and make a profile on YOMA. So please, people, come and sign up. No one. Well, this is an interactive activity, so we actually wanted to do this. So whoever, we planned to do this for people who wanted to sign up onto YOMA today, and I'll take you through the sign-up process. Does no one want to sign up to YOMA? Please come forward. Please come forward. Oh, okay. So I'll just sit this out for about 5 minutes. Wait until you've completed all of your registration on YOMA, and I will move over to the next steps. I'll give it another 2 minutes. Okay, just an indication. Can anyone who's completed just raise your hand so I know how long I should wait? Okay. I'll give it another 2 minutes then. Through the QR code, I really do invite you to just take a picture of this. This is the web address to find YOMA, and you'll be able to sign on there. Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to show you something on my phone. Sorry, it's not big screen. So I'm going. Thank you. And once you've signed in, if you scroll down into your YOMA profile, you will actually see that verified credential on your profile. And that, my friends, is your first entry into your digital passport. So congratulations, and we are so happy to extend the YOMA family. And we just invite you to explore more opportunities and to grow and to create impact and to thrive. Thank you very much.
A part of today's program, based on the presentation so far by Dr. Michael and Kanya. If you have any question, if you didn't understand anything, this is the time for you to ask, and they are more than willing to assist you in any aspect on the platform. So if you have a question, kindly raise up your hand, and then I'll bring the microphone to you so you can ask. All right.
All right, so I think that was a good presentation, and I like the platform because it builds your capacity before you are able to connect to your potential employers. But the question I have is that for Ghana, we know that, and not just Ghana, but other African countries, even like Nigeria, there are some young people who find it even difficult having access to either internet or even digital devices. So for such people who would also like to be connected to opportunities, Is there any kind of support? Is there anything they can do to get those devices and then internet connection access, I mean, so that they can get onto the platform and start using it? Thank you.
Our mandates, our primary mandates, is to actually go into areas where we can actually find the most vulnerable, where we can find youth who are in most need, and the youth that do not have those opportunities presented to them. Now, the importance, as we mentioned, is also forming that network. It's not an individualistic thing. When we have one person who has got resources and we can pull together like-minded youth, that those resources can be shared. And as we said, we're also trying to accommodate this by helping with costs. So we have a network, maybe we have a shared device where they can actually access this. We're trying to zero rate YOMA, so to make it data, so completely data free, so it's completely free to use. We also, the Ghana country office is also in the process of creating partnerships with telecoms such as MTN. So we really are just trying to facilitate this network of like-minded people and reaching vulnerable people. I hope that answers your question.
Sorry, I was Authority, and that's one of our partners, and we provide an internet. So we do have these centers across the country, and we're looking to expand those together with partners so that young people in communities can go and access platforms like these. Yeah.
So a young person who maybe I just get out, see the person, hears about it, can just walk in here and say that they want to use the place and they would be allowed?
So please, if you know of any library centers, just ask, and that one might be one of the facilities that you can walk into. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So I'll take him and then I come to you.
Thank you. I am from the Labor Department. When you come to Labor Department, we also have a platform which we call Ghana Labor Market Information System. That platform links employers and then job seekers on the same platform. I don't know whether it will have any interconnection with this YOMA platform. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'll take the other hand and then I pass over the microphone to the YOMA team.
Right, thank you. My name is Safo Dankwa. So my question has to do with the fact that it's clear that anybody who wins, who completes a challenge gets rewarded with some Zeltos, right? And has to spend the Zelto at the marketplace, right there on the platform. But I was also thinking that there are young entrepreneurs in Ghana who are also finding it hard to penetrate through the market. So is there any opportunity for them to be on the YOMA platform so that whoever accomplishes any of the challenges or opportunities will be able to spend in that marketplace, so that those young entrepreneurs will find the YOMA marketplace as an opportunity for them to grow and upskill their business? So that's my question here.
Thank you. So we had two questions. Another thing, okay.
What our platform is all about is you match demand and supply in terms of qualification and experience, that platform.
Thank you. All right.
Sure. Thank you. And thank you very much for your question. Sorry, let me stand. That is actually such a great suggestion. And thank you so for bringing up your platform. As we said, this is not a competing market. I think this is actually a really great opportunity for us to partner and see how we can take our networks and find the best solution for them. So YOMA is not we're not trying to overrun, we're not trying to compete, we are trying to complement. We're trying to facilitate the upskilling of young people. So platforms such as the one you have mentioned is actually very, very exciting. And hopefully that these opportunities can be uploaded onto YOMA. So we have an opportunity provider. They can be uploaded onto YOMA for young people to see them and to increase the reach. And as for your question, I think that is a very, very interesting way to actually approach the marketplace. What would be important is we are looking for a way to sustain, to help young people as they grow, because what we've noticed in a lot of marketplaces, it's things like cups or hoodies or merch, but then how is this going to help the most vulnerable? If we can find ways to use this marketplace for young people to have access to essential services and to essential skills, that is what we would prioritize. But that's a really great idea. Thank you.
Thank you. So you can keep it.
I just wanted to complement what Kanya actually explained. So because YOMA is also introduced through the child labor public-private partnership that we are actually already implementing in your district. And also, so through that, we're in coordination with the Ministry of Labor, Jobs and Employment. So we are also in discussion with them to see how we could actually synergize.
Thank you. So there's a hand here, then I take it.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Please, my question stands for the fact that YOMA seems to target the young people. But what of the young people that have not yet started the job market, that are still maybe in tertiary and in university? How is YOMA planning to help them to enter the world, the market world? I don't know if you guys get me. How are we planning to help them transition from the university to enter actually the market world? Are they maybe going to help maybe volunteering experience or anything that's such? Thank you very much.
Thank you. So before Tanya, you come in, let me take the other question and then you can answer both.
Thank you very much. I think this is a very exciting platform. I want to find out, you mentioned that YOMA is targeting the vulnerable. I want to know how intentional you are about persons living with disabilities. I've seen that, well, the digital space is one of the ways to include these vulnerable people into the job markets, because digital or remote jobs offer them the flexibility they need to work and still earn. So, and I've also been in spaces where I've learned that the district assemblies in various communities have programs that they're enrolling these people on, but unfortunately it's not very sustainable, and it's also not a way of actually solving the problem with persons living with disabilities. So I want to know how intentional YOMA is going to be with these persons with disabilities, and how we can use this platform to actually onboard them into the remote world. Thank you.
Thank you. So Tanya, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was just gonna respond to your question first. So YOMA is part of an ecosystem of existing empowerment tools, right? So when we look at young people, we are targeting, at least for this particular programming, the young people that we target is probably 10 to 24, the core target group. But within the YOMA ecosystem, we will be engaging young people to do different activities, like you mentioned, volunteering, access online opportunities, trainings. So there's still elements where we're going to engage young people to participate and also to take action in different ways. So like we're saying, we're trying to map out partners to create that ecosystem. So some might be partners that have programming or initiatives or activities targeting that younger demographic. So as we tailor the roadmap or the implementation plan, we want to tie in those elements. So they are spaces for those young people to participate. Yeah. And then speaking to being more inclusive, I think UNICEF, as well as many development partners, we are continuing to be more inclusive in our programming and in our efforts. And I think the first thing we do is really try to engage more with partners that are working directly with young people that are differently abled. So I think there are pathways that we're looking at to engage. Even with our current programs with the Ghana Library Authority, we're exploring how to make these spaces more inclusive, how to have more tech-assistive technologies for young people. But again, this is not something that UNICEF can also do on our own. So this is why we're looking to create a coalition of partners that can support us to create a more inclusive environment. Thank you.
Thank you. So you can keep the microphone, please. Yeah.
Chain and some other rewards. So I'd like to know how transferable are these rewards to everyday life? I see stuff like airtime or data. So if I go onto the platform, I complete a project and I win a reward and go to the marketplace to get something like data or airtime, that's like a circular way of keeping me on into the platform. So perhaps I believe there are more incentives to help us, like, you know, impact lives of real people, people who are out there who are quite vulnerable. So I'd appreciate it if you could just shed light on what the opportunities really are, just briefly.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'll start and then my colleague will come on. Yeah, I think what we're trying to do now is to create YOMA for Ghana, right? So we are in the process of co-creation that is to include young people themselves and to understand what is really attractive to young people. So part of this is to create those incentives, but also as a young person, what is exciting to receive on a platform like that, right? So for Ghana. So we have partners here who've done this in other countries, and they've kind of created a framework based on what is attractive. But again, he'll support me with that. But what we're trying to see here in Ghana is what is attractive. Is it airtime? Is it, you know, a training course? Is it, you know, a voucher for food? You know, what is it? And that we can answer, but we want to collectively be able to answer that together.
Thank you. What I would like to add, and this is a really good question you're asking here and something that concerns us a lot as UNICEF. And what I would like to add, that incentivation is a very broad topic. So what incentivizes you to do something? So I know what incentivizes me to, if I take a beautiful picture, is I want to post it online and have my friends like it because it makes me feel better. So this for me is an incentive. Another incentive that I can see with young people we're working with across different countries is they are actually desperately looking for job, employment, or entrepreneurship opportunities. So this is why they join YOMA, because they can see that building a CV and the pathway leading them to employment is what's really important for them. And I can tell you that in some countries we are working with the private sector and they're coming to us and say we want to hire, I don't know, 20 people, and they would need to have these and that basic qualifications, and can we collaborate so you can provide them with the learning so we can take them, we can find suitable candidates. It's another incentive. And if we talk about financial incentives, then what we do in country dependent, and as Tanya was saying, we want to discuss this here in Ghana. Sometimes we use like a voucher system. So that means you can get the Slato voucher and go to a supermarket and buy food. Sometimes it's more like airtime that's getting transferred to you. And in other countries, you could use M-Pesa, or I think is it Momo here? A similar name, yeah. So you get it transferred. But what's important for me is that not only cash is an incentive, there's much more out there that we try to support you with. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, any other questions?
to access, because if it takes you 1 gigabyte and that costs a lot of money, and you have a slow internet infrastructure, that's a real drag. So we know that. So I think the challenge is that we within the ecosystem also need to work with our partners to improve that, and this is in all honesty, this is a path we're currently walking. But thank you for the comment.
Thank you. Any other question, reflection, feedback?
Thank you. My name is Richmond, and my question will be on the support that the YOMA platform has for users and how it incorporates feedback. So my question is, I know you did mention that you have the YECs where individuals can go to receive the necessary support. So outside that YEC, with potential young people who are becoming more digital savvy, they have smartphones, with such individuals, what system do you have in place to support them to properly navigate the platform to maximize the benefit there? Because from what I'm seeing, this is going to be a platform that's going to be seeded with a lot of opportunities. And the key to success is the youth being able to identify the right opportunities and maximizing the benefit. So what support systems do you have to support somebody who doesn't have access to YEC but probably has an access to a smartphone, not so digital savvy?
Okay. So thanks for the question. Sorry, I was quickly consulting my colleague as well. Is we had young people, this Youth for Children concept. Young people were working with an agricultural organization that is improving the quality of beans for food security. And they wanted to know if people like their beans. And we were working with YOMA youth, young females out of a community, who were distributing the beans to their friends, and then they worked with a smartphone to collect the data if people like the beans, because the agricultural organization needs to know, do people like that at all, or should we leave it alone? So they got market insights. So now we worked with disenfranchised young females. We provided them with the smartphones as UNICEF. We provided them with the data packages. And we've worked with a local partner NGO, which I assume we also have in here, for them to upskill them. So they took the time to sit down with them, to work and teach them how to use the smartphone, how to use the data set, and all of that. That's one example from Tanzania, and one example from South Africa is with this water quality testing, that the young people we train to do the water quality testing as part of their pathway. They also need to reach out to 7 other young people and tell them what they're working on, why the water quality is important, because it helps fighting diseases and other parts, and also introduce them to the tool and see if they want to be onboarded to YOMA. So I would say we have two different tracks. One is where an institution like an NGO is providing the upskilling, and the other one is where young people are actually the ambassadors. And we have a YOMA ambassador over here, and those are the ones who will also be able to support them. So these are the support system. And because I'm seeing you with your question earlier, sorry madam, I would really like to exchange afterwards, because I think we can also learn a lot from you when it comes to that, on how to work on that aspect. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, there are more questions.
Okay, thank you. I'm Joshua Newman from Ghana Library. As youths, there's unemployment. So I want to find out if YOMA is going to offer first-hand job opportunities for the youth. And if yes, how about persons with business ideas and lacks capital? How are they going to bring those business ideas to reality. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, so then.
Counseling and guidance. I know most people in Africa, especially Ghana, we want to do something, but we go off track. We don't know what to do next. So I'm asking if I sign up like I've done, and I'm stuck at a point. Do you have any opportunity for counseling or guidance so that I don't go off track? That's my question. Is there any platform or any channel that you can get guidance and counseling?
Shout out to the library colleague. I really enjoy being here, I have to say it again, because I love libraries. So this question on how are we able to support business ideas, I think there's a couple of different venues there. The first one is, I had mentioned it, we're working with one of our partners, Goodwall. Goodwall has a reach of 3 million young people across the globe, and what we did with them is do challenges on business ideas. So they're basically asking, hopefully soon also here in Ghana, do you have an interesting idea? Do you want to do a startup? How do you want to build it up? And they are providing a little startup investment to go forward. So they are picking winners together with the community, and you might get, depending on the country, a couple of hundred US dollars to support you to start a small business. We also have, as UNICEF, I think it's called Startup Lab here in Ghana. I've actually been here this morning, which is an institutional support to young people who want to set up businesses and startup companies. And this is something that will also be offered through YOMA. So remember, YOMA is basically a segue. It's like a door connecting you with these different opportunities. So next time we do something with the Startup Lab, you can also see it on YOMA, and you can see how to connect with them and how to pitch your own business ideas. And ideally, and this is where, I don't know if private sector is present here today, but what I really hope to do, because as UNICEF and as public sector, we also face challenges in the end to connect everyone to a job, because we can connect you to an employer, or we can support you with business ideas, but we cannot simply hire a lot of people, unfortunately. But what we do in a lot of countries is we work with private sector, and they say we want to hire these and that many people, or we want to train young people to be ready for us to hire. And this is how we want them to come in and also be opportunity providers at YOMA. So there's a couple of different avenues to take that we will hopefully walk. And a lot depends also on these upcoming days and how do we design with partners here how to contribute to YOMA and how to benefit young children, young people through YOMA. And for the other question? Oops, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so you asked a question around guidance and counseling. We do offer services here at the Ghana Library Authority, so my colleague Grace can talk.
Hi, thanks a lot. So around guidance and counseling, the youth engagement centers are modeled to provide that kind of service for young people. So aside the digital skills that we provide, it's also around employment support. How are young people being given all the information that they need or the necessary support that they require to apply for different jobs? Sometimes it's even about, for instance, how do they go for interviews? Many people have all the skills, but even just how to communicate that is a challenge for them. So beyond the digital skills component of it, we try to provide some of these to make it a very holistic approach to empowering young people with the relevant skills for employment. So yeah, just to say that that is also within the scope of what we do. I hope I answered your question. Who was it? Yes, I think since it's an open platform that we can also add more courses, it's certainly possible to create some courses and upload. I'm also sure that there are already courses that even align in that already, but that is why, as they mentioned already, YOMA is open. So far as we are able to create a course with the relevant partners, we can always upload that, so it's certainly a possibility. There are no limitations. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Please, let's clap for the YOMA team. It is official now. YOMA has been formally launched in Ghana. I am very excited. Please, let's clap for ourselves for being part of this wonderful, wonderful activity. So we are going to do a quick 2-minute exercise. We want the whole world to know that YOMA is in Ghana. So take your smartphone, take a quick selfie, and post on social media using the hashtag YOMA. So we are just going to use 2 minutes for this activity. We want colleagues online to know what we are doing here. We want the world to know what is happening here. And hashtag YOMA in Ghana. Please, are we okay? Are we okay? Are we excited about this activity? Please, let's clap for ourselves. So our 2 minutes starts now. I want to see people with their phones taking selfies. And whilst we do that, DJ, kindly play us some soft music. Please let the whole world know that you are here. Let the whole world know that YOMA is finally in Ghana. Let the whole world know that YOMA is finally in Ghana. Using the hashtag YOMA in Ghana on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on Snapchat. All right, thank you everybody. Please, let's be seated. We are not done, please let's be seated. Please, let's be seated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for posting on your various social media platforms. Please, let's be seated. Hello, please, we can have more selfie sessions after the activity. Please, let's be seated. We are not done. Please, let's be seated. Please, let's be seated. So we are going to do one last session, and then we can call it a day. I can see everyone is excited about this particular platform. I want to get your feedback. I want to know one interesting thing that you are picking from today's activity that you would be sharing with your network. And so kindly raise up your hand. I'll pass the microphone to you. We want to know what you think about YOMA. What one interesting thing you have picked from this particular activity and you would share with your network. And so please raise up your hand. I'm taking only 3 people. And then I am done.
Yes, so my name is Senyo, and I just chanced on you guys here. So I'm a staff here, and then I realized there's something happening here. So upon experiencing your presentation and the benefits this app presents, I believe the youth will use their data more productively since there are many distractions online these days. And with this productivity, it also helps them to also, gain knowledge, gain skills, and then be employable for themselves first before even aspiring to work for others. So that's how I see this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, let's clap for him.
Hi everyone, I'm Susanna. So I realized that we the youth sometimes want to make an impact into our society, but we do not know where to start from or how to go about it. So with this platform, after exploring some part of it, I realized that we the youth have a lot of opportunities where we can make an impact one way or the other through the use of our data. Instead of being on TikTok and laughing the whole day, you know, we can make an impact here whilst learning and making ourselves employability available for employers, in the job market, instead of just, watching TikTok and then dancing and all those things.
Thank you. Please, let's clap for her. Last person. And then last person. Okay.
Yes, so I also think this is a very great platform, and I believe that it offers young people the opportunity to upskill. Many young people say there are no jobs, but it's because we don't actually have the skills that these jobs need. So I believe that it offers us that opportunity, and the blend between partners putting out opportunities and getting young people to enroll on those opportunities is also very great, because then we have a win-win. Organizations are able to access labor from these young people, and the young people are also in turn building themselves and growing as well. So it's a great platform. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Please, let's clap for her. For every quiz, there's a bonus round, so I'm allowing one more person to share his or her feedback with us, and then we can call it an issue.
So, my name is Joshua Ade. I'm from the BBN Yansabekwa Municipal Assembly. I can see that all the young people who have taken part in this particular program are extremely excited. So when we go back to our assembly, we will also do our possible best to organize the young people to converge at one place. Then we will extend an invitation to the UNICEF team to come to our municipality. So I believe when the invitation comes, please don't turn it down. Come to our municipality so that the young people over there can also enjoy the YOMA thing that our people in Accra here are enjoying. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, let's clap for him. This has been an exciting journey. I have been happy since I stepped foot here, seeing the graphics, seeing how people looked handsome and beautiful, seeing the smiles on people's faces. I enjoyed the selfie session. I enjoyed the presentation on YOMA, and also the speeches that were shared with us by the UNICEF deputy representative and also the acting head of cooperation at the Swiss Embassy. I would like to invite Ms. Grace Ekia Jandakwa to share with us the closing remarks, and then we can call it a day. Please, let's clap for her. Please don't stop clapping until she gets here.
Hello, good morning once again. I think I'll just keep it simple. We just want to say thank you to each one of you, development partners who are here, dear partners from the child labor districts, BBNE Goso, Ayenswano, Asen South. I see the coordinating directors joined, their officers, everyone, the young people also from all of these districts. Thank you all so much. We invited a number of young people from different networks, from the YECs, from Gaio, YCC, the Climate Network, other partners, Blue Town. I mean, I can't list all of you, but we just want to say a very big thank you. I just want to add that this is not the end of it, but this is just the beginning. So after this launch, we are going to come back to most of you or all of you again, maybe in bilateral talks, to see how together we can shape YOMA agenda for Ghana. I think this is a good vision for young people. We all saw the statistics around the unemployment rates and the skills needs for the young people in Ghana. So this is a good opportunity that I think we need to tap into. But we don't want to sit at our desk at cantonments and plan for you. That is why we want to come to you and ask you, how do you think we can make it very relevant for you? Because at the end of the day, it's for the user. So that is why we need to engage with you to see what works best for you. So not just the young people, but also the youth ecosystem stakeholders. Some of us are not necessarily young people, but are working with and for young people. So each person here has a key role to play in YOMA. And so thank you, and then look forward to seeing us again. Open up your doors for us just as you did this time, and hopefully we can engage them more. Thank you all so much. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you very much. So we are drawing the curtains on today's launch. I hope we are all excited. There's food served at the back, and so kindly make your way to the back table. And then please, our colleagues from the various Ghana Library district offices, kindly remain seated with your drivers, and also colleagues from the various district offices, kindly remain seated. The rest of you, thank you for being a part of this amazing journey, and we hope to see you again. Bye-bye.